Congresswoman Dina Titus knows that struggle well. She fought off a progressive primary challenge during her last run for Congress here in Nevada. We look out over your beautiful district. Thank you, ma'am. It is good to see you.
Thank you for being here.
Does Kamala Harris not have a time problem? She has 19 days. Right. Momentum is not on her side, and she cannot be in all 7 swing states at once.
Well, she's making a real effort to do that. She is all over the place and has been here a number of times, as you mentioned. I think the fact that the campaign was compressed has worked to her advantage because she had to hit the ground running. That handoff was very smooth, and then she hit all those swing states.
Agreed, the handoff was very smooth, something we have not seen in politics. And boy, in August, I was at the DNC. It seemed like she was just riding a rocket ship. And the rocket engines got turned off. That's not what you want 3 weeks before the election, is it?
Well, you don't feel that in Nevada. There's a lot of enthusiasm here. And don't forget, she's not out there by herself. A lot of surrogates are on the road
I think
for her.
Isn't Barack Obama coming here?
Yeah, Bill Clinton's coming. All the members of the cabinet have been out here. Sarah was with me yesterday talking about bringing down the cost of medicine.
Okay. One issue that Democrats keep hammering home on is their support for immigrants and keep hammering Donald Trump on his plans to deport immigrants, demonizing immigrants, whatever you want to call it. We headed way out to a Mexican restaurant here, met a young woman, 22 years old, behind the bar. She is here illegally. She came across when she was 14 years old from El Salvador. And I started talking to her about politics. I thought she was going to talk to me about how terrible Donald Trump was. Instead, this was our conversation. You've heard that Donald Trump has said, I want a mass deportation of people who are here, right? Illegally. But does that worry you?
No, because I feel like there's a lot of good people here in the United States. We all work hard, you know, to be here. So it's not, I don't think it's fair for a lot of people, but yeah.
But you still support Trump? Yeah. Because why?
Because he's saying he's going to do a lot of things this time, so I believe him.
And forgive me, I have to ask the question. Do you understand people who are watching this and Democrats who are saying, wait a second, Catherine, this is a guy who says he wants to deport you and people who've come across illegally and you still support him?
Like I said, there's a lot of good people here in the United States. So I don't think, I mean, if you're doing everything right, I don't think.
You don't think they're going to, you think he's going to only deport the bad people?
Yeah, it can be that.
And you're okay with that?
Yeah, I mean, if they're not being good people, then what do you expect?
Congresswoman, if she's not with you and she's with Donald Trump over economic issues, what do you do?
I think it's up to us to get that message out to that community. I have a very diverse district. Yeah. In one household, you'll have a dreamer, a TPS, a non-citizen, somebody with papers, and somebody who doesn't know what they are. So those are all the immigration issues. This young lady, with all due respect, is not very informed about what Donald Trump is going to do. She thinks he's going to get rid of the bad people. Well, don't we all want to get rid of the bad people? But that's only a part of the story, and so it's up to us to get that message out. Okay, but you've been getting that message out. You've been trying. You've been doing television ads, and Donald Trump's numbers keep going up with people like her. And every one of the servers in that restaurant, all Latino, some who came here illegally, and who are now citizens, they are all supporting Donald Trump because of economic issues. They said, we were better off 4 years ago than we are now. How do you fight that? Well, they have a very short memory. Look out here at the Strip. The Strip was closed down under Donald Trump. Oh, you can't blame him. Come on. Well, you can certainly talk about the difference then and now if you want to say, were you better off then? People are working now. People are doing better. Unemployment's come down from 35% to about 5%. So you can't use this one young lady who's a server in this one restaurant who's owned by a Republican. You've got to keep that in mind. There may be a little pressure there as indicative of the Hispanic community. There's a big... So you're not worried you're losing Latinos? We worry about everything in Nevada. It's always going to be a close race. We knock every door, make every phone call. It's difficult to poll here. We don't take anything for granted. But I think the numbers are going our way. Okay. All right. It is great to see you. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you for welcoming us to your city. We appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.